Hello students, in last couple of lectures under antibiotics in pharmaceutical chemistry 2, we have discussed the beta lactam antibiotics. Among beta lactam antibiotics, we had a discussion on the penicillins. We have seen that penicillins are a group of chemically and structurally closely related beta-lactam compounds which are metabolically produced by or derived from Penicillium notatum or Penicillium chrysogenum and their semisynthetic and synthetic compounds. Then we have gone through the general structure of penicillins, which almost all the penicillins follows. Then after that, uh, the with regard to nomenclature of penicillins, how numbering can be assigned to this general structure or structure of penicillins, that is chemical abstract numbering pattern and USP numbering system. And then after that, the simplified forms of penicillin nomenclatures which are adopted generally, like you can use penum as a parent skeletal structure, or penicillinic acid, or you can use penicillin depending on which particular portion of that structure of penicillin you are considering as a base or parent skeletal structure. Then we have seen there are three penicillins whose structures you need to understand or know. One was penicillin G, or which is also called as benzyl penicillin, where the value of R is a benzyl molecule. Then second structure was penicillin V, that is phenoxymethyl penicillin, where the value of R is a phenyl ring, then oxy attached oxygen attached to it, and then to which methyl group is attached, that's why phenoxymethyl penicillin. And then third one was ampicillin, which contains a phenyl ring to which methyl group is attached, and to that methyl group one hydrogen is substituted by amino group, so alpha amino benzyl penicillin you can call it. So these are the three chemical compounds under penicillins. Then one by one we have gone through the chemical structures, then IUPAC name, storage conditions, stability conditions, their brand names, and we have seen that penicillin G is used in treatment of variety of infections like pneumonia, syphilis, gonorrhea, and prophylactically it is used in case of rheumatic fevers, and prophylactically it can also be used before dental and surgical procedures. Then second penicillin was penicillin V, or phenoxymethyl penicillin, and with regard to its uses we have seen that this particular penicillin, that is penicillin V, is used to treat bacterial infections in case of pneumonia, then respiratory tract infections, then ear infections, skin infections, gum, mouth, throat infections. Then that means generally the infections which are caused by gram positive bacteria. Then third one was ampicillin, and we have seen again ampicillin's structure, chemical name, properties, storage, then brand names. And with regard to uses of ampicillin, it is again used in treatment of respiratory tract infections, urinary tract infections, meningitis, then gastrointestinal infections, etc. And then we have discussed the second type of beta lactam antibiotics, that is cephalosporins. Now, cephalosporins, we have seen these are broad spectrum antibiotics which are obtained from species of a fungus which was previously called cephalosporium and now it is called as acremonium. Now, these are better substitute for penicillins, and they are also broader spectrum antibiotics you can use in those individuals whom penicillin is not recommended, or who are having allergy to penicillins. So in those individuals you can use this particular agent. It is highly stable one. We have gone through the advantages of it. Then under cephalosporins we have seen cephalexin. Then cephalexin is again used in treatment of respiratory tract infections, bone and joint infections, urinary tract infections, then ear infections, skin and soft tissue infections. Then another cephalosporin was cephaloridin, and in case of cephaloridin, we have seen that it is used to treat staphylococcal and streptococcal infections, urinary tract infections, then lower respiratory tract infections, pneumonia, and it is also used in veterinary practice. Then next cephalosporin was cephalothin sodium, and it is again used in treatment of bacterial infections. Then with regard to non-lactam antibiotics, first one was aminoglycoside antibiotics. We have seen that these antibiotics, they are obtained from uh, microorganisms of genus Streptomyces, and one or more sugar molecules are attached through a glycosidic linkage. Then under that there were two antibiotics. One was gentamicin, which is obtained from Micromonospora purpurea, and it is used topically for what you can say infections of external ear, then pneumonia, then urinary tract infection, then sepsis, and in meningitis. After that, we have gone through the another aminoglycoside antibiotic, that is neomycin, and it is obtained from Streptomyces freddi, and it is used in local infections of eye like conjunctivitis, then wounds, ulcers, and used for prophylaxis of surgical infections, for so on. Then infections which are occurring due to use of catheters. So for irritation of bladder and urethra, neomycin can be used. Then another type of antibiotic was tetracyclines. These are the antibiotics which contains four rings in their chemical structure, and which are obtained from Streptomyces species. Particularly when we talk about tetracycline, it is obtained from Streptomyces aureofaciens, and it is used to treat acne, cholera, plague, malaria, syphilis, etc. Then another antibiotic was from miscellaneous category, that was chloramphenicol, and it is a broad spectrum antibiotic substance which is obtained from Streptomyces venenzuli, and it is used in treatment of infections of eye, ear, then typhoid, paratyphoid, meningitis, urinary tract infections, then skin infections, then again uh, under eye infection, particularly it is used in case of conjunctivitis. Then the last antibiotic was griseofulvin, and we have seen that griseofulvin is a substance which is produced by fungus, that is Penicillium griseofulvum, and it is used in treatment. Again, this antibiotic is highly specific. We have seen last time that it is used particularly for treatment of fungal infections of, you can say, skin, hair, nails, and systemic fungal infections also. So here we come to the end of one of the important topic of your syllabus, that is antibiotics. Just I am scrolling the names of the agents: gentamicin, neomycin, then tetracyclines, then miscellaneous antibiotics,